welcome to a special edition of the Roster Games. It's probably not a games cast because that's a different thing. This is like our spoiler video game special podcast. Official title pending. I'm joined by Rob, Vernon Curtis. By Rob, and Jake's also here, but he's not going to talk about what we're talking about.
He has nothing to contribute, but he wanted to come hang out. We're not going to say that.
Let's go Horizon. Woo!
More importantly, we have a special guest, a first timer on our podcast, Tristan Scadens.
Hello, everyone.
How you going, man?
I'm pretty good.
Today we're going to talk about Horizon Zero Dawn. Get right into the weeds of that.
Very heavy spoilers.
Yeah.
So if you don't want spoilers,
just go
home.
now.
Do not listen to this podcast. We're going to talk ending. We're going to talk every possible thing that happens in that game.
Leave the podcast running just on mute. We need
Yeah.
to get that listen time up above 8 minutes, man.
Just cover your ears and go la 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 for about.
So still support us, but don't spoil your stuff. Or alternatively, you could just save this podcast, play the game, and then come back to it.
Mate, that's a lot of effort.
I mean, that's what I do when I see a spoiler podcast. So
Well, we get it. You vape.
not sure that's where I was going with it, but okay. I guess my first question for you guys is: did you like Horizon?
Loved it.
Yep. Love
It seems like you guys liked it a lot more than I did. What were your favorite things about it? Just as a broad thing before we get into the nitty gritty stuff.
I really enjoyed the story. It was a good new take on, after the world's ended, rather than just it's ended and, zombies are there. It's ended and, machines taken over. It's started fresh. It's starting to rebuild itself. It's, a really cool new idea that I really enjoyed.
Yeah. Tristan, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think definitely my favorite thing is just the fact that you go and you don't really know what happened. Like, most games these days are like, it's this year, all this has happened. Now you're going to come in and save the world. But that's not the way Horizon works.
Yeah,
that's true, actually.
You've got to... It's kind of like a mystery sort of game as well. You got to uncover the past, everything like that, and that's really enjoyable to do. I
hadn't thought about it in the sense of like a lot of games have a massive lore behind them where if you think Destiny, right?
They tell you this happened and the other travelers here and this has happened.
You can run through the exact history of everything that happens up until you enter the game. I think that's a thing I appreciate because you're not just in the game I already know everything that's happening, so I'm not really in, you sort of lose the mystery and intrigue of the world if you're I know every single element of what's happened here. So I think that's something that I appreciated as well.
I still think even if it wasn't a game like this where you had to uncover everything and it was just you have the backstory but you've got to do some other things, I still think I really would have enjoyed it, but that just gives another reason why I really love it.
I think if it didn't have that for me, I wouldn't have liked it at all because I think that was one of the big reasons that I kept playing was to find out what happened.
Yeah. I think it definitely keeps you going because you want to know where you come from, why there's machines that look like animals and they're trying to kill you.
And because it's such a weird world that you there's genuine curiosity as to how that could come about and stuff. I guess. Do you guys want to talk about the combat and stuff for a bit? We sort of mentioned that in our review, which you can find at the-roster.net. Rob and I wrote that one as a sort of a joint review discussion thing.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. No, hey, if you're listening to this, you got to get in on all of our sweet content.
Yep.
So, I sort of found the combat a bit frustrating and I sort of got stuck into a rut of doing the same thing over and over again.
I really enjoyed it to start with. It was really good and taking things on in a different way was really enjoyable. But then when you get to the point where you know how to take down each machine, what the real effective strategy is, you just don't try anything new. You just either trap spam or, tear blaster everything and rip them like that. It's, it's fun, but it does get a bit repetitive come later on.
Yeah. I think the best way to counter that is just try and kill things different ways because definitely someone once said that they finished the whole game using only the hunter bow and the sharp shot bow, and I was like, man, that would suck.
Yep. And I think it's a weird game for me because it has all these options. You have a lot of different ways you could kill the dinosaurs, but the game doesn't do a good job of. It doesn't always do a good job of encouraging you to try those different ways.
Yeah.
Because sometimes because I found I just found the efficient route and went with that and wasn't pushed out of my comfort zone except for the hunting grounds, which sort of said you have to do this thing.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool.
It was interesting how they gave all the machines weaknesses, but they're all pretty similar.
They just need to expand on that a bit more in a sequel of
Yeah.
games.
Maybe we'll talk sequel like at the end.
Yeah.
Because there is a little post-credit scene that
Sequel.
that hints at. I think they announced
spoiler,
doing an expansion as well, so that.
Oh, have they announced it? Because
Yeah.
that last time I checked, they said, "How about we worry about finishing the game first, guys?"
All right,
I mean, it was like 3 days after release.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
saw some news post today saying it. I'll link it in the notes if I
I'd
can find
definitely
it.
buy an expansion.
Yeah.
And Tristan will definitely pay the expansion I buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. More on that later.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I would. It sort of depends what the expansion was about and stuff.
Only if it adds new content. If it just like adds maybe new weapons or something, maybe not.
Yeah.
But just judging by the type of game it was, I can't see it not adding, a little side story or something.
Yeah. Is there any way you'd want the story to go?
Well,
Maybe we should save that for after we talk about the story a bit.
just not necessarily. I don't think because they but they won't really add too much to the path of the main story.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think like it's doing that in a DLC is not a good idea.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be cool to see something where like maybe Sun King of Ard needs your help or something like that, and you've got to work with them and do something, or else something's going to happen somewhere, or rah rah rah. It just opens. It's really like vague, but it'd be cool just to see someone important like that just needs your help, and they go down a completely different path and just leaves the whole main quests where they are.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of directions they can take it.
It is. Yeah. It's a pretty deep world.
Yeah.
With a lot of stuff that people would be curious to find out about. I think that's for me. That's like the main thing is I want to find out more about the world, and if they did DLC about that, that's where I'd be most inclined to go and get it and stuff.
I'd really like something like a DLC Cauldrons, where if they added a machine or two, and something like that, that'd be really cool. But that's also a lot of effort, and I don't know if they'll do that.
Yeah. So do we want to talk about the actual how the world came to be as it is in Horizon?
Sure.
Why not?
I'll try and summarize it.
If you step off a little bit, then we'll just push you back on path.
So basically, humanity, in our time, as we are right now, climate change killing the planet and stuff. This businessman named Ted Farrow.
Yeah.
Also known as the Jerk.
Yeah, that guy sucks. But he is a capitalist businessman, so they're all disgusting.
And he didn't fucking die, and he killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah. He's basically like Zuckerberg or whatever.
Get Zuckerberg.
But basically he invents. So I'm not sure exactly what the technology was, but it was.
It was military robots.
But first he invented something to. Fix
to make
climate
him
change.
to make himself the boy.
Yeah, he cured is probably not the right word.
He
reversed climate change.
Yeah. He reverse engineered.
I'm not sure exactly how he did that. Did he build robots to do that?
Not sure.
Yeah.
I think most people just focus on what he did after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's kind of like Hitler fixed Germany's economy, but he also ruined Germany. So.
Well, I sort of think it's interesting that I think I liked that character as what he was one of my favorite characters. Not in terms of I liked him, but I thought he was.
He was really well done. I agree. He was
because to me it was interesting how he's a businessman and he fixed climate change and stuff,
and then
and
he was trying to do
and stuff.
Yeah, he was trying to do something helpful, and then it just.
But I think the fact that he switches into military technology shows he actually wasn't trying to be helpful.
He just wanted to
That's
just
where
to
the
start
money
with,
was.
he does something that helps humanity, this and that, and then he just goes down the capitalist route.
I think for me the message of you can't trust business interests because he was just doing it for the money and they would just pivot to wherever the money is next and stuff.
Yeah,
I appreciated that.
You can't really sell killer robots if the world's getting killed by itself.
Yeah, exactly. So
what if it was his plan all along?
Yeah.
There you go.
We just solved the biggest Horizon conspiracy theory going around.
Save the world so you can sell killer robots.
Yeah. But I thought that was really well done, and I thought how, and you sort of see that he builds these killer robots and everything goes wrong, and then Elizabeth.
With the T.
What was her last name?
Sobek.
Yeah, she appeals to him and eventually gets him on side, and then he kills that board of people who
the
are working on
who are all working on Gaia Prime and all those other ones.
Where's Rob going?
I'm just setting up for a second. Just keep going.
Okay.
I just find it.
I'll fill in for
Yeah.
Okay. Here comes Jake.
Okay, my one take of Horizon, the game looks really good.
Yeah, that's true.
Graphically. I was really impressed by the visuals of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's one of the few games where I've taken screenshots and stuff.
It is,
and like
yeah.
actually use the photo mode and stuff because I saw a really good like vista ahead of me and stuff. Which normally I don't bother with. I'm like, oh, that looked cool, and then I run off. But
You move
yeah.
on. And you can get it in 4K.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did you guys? I know you got a regular PS4 like I do, but
Yes.
Rob, you played it in 4K.
I did, and it was amazing.
Yeah, nice.
Probably should have got some screenshots.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, it would have been a better idea.
Um,
I'll do that next time I play a 4K game.
Yeah, but yeah, back to thanks Jake for your input. You can go back to Zelda now. Back to Ted Farrow. I think that like just the way that he had such a consistent motivation that it was like his motivation was clear in retrospect, but you could see how people in that timeline would mistake his business interests for good intentions and stuff.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
like he's a bit of a control freak and stuff. You know, he's quite charming and stuff. If you like he talks and he's like quite charming, but then you see like the fact that he's like sort of sociopathic as well. I just think that was one of my favorite bits was like watching him sort of destroy the world.
Yeah. I think the thing that also turned his character completely on its head for me was when you went to the top of one of the mountains and you were in that like the sealed off room that with the whole pretty much gas chamber.
That sounds familiar.
Where they were like he was like
what does he do there?
When he kills them all?
Yeah, where there's the meeting
yeah.
of everyone and he just steals them off and just kills them, and it's just like, well,
Yeah.
I don't think that was.
Why
really
did he do
necessary.
that again?
Because they were gonna save all the knowledge from their world so that...
Oh yeah, and he had that dumb thing about how new humanity should be pure and all that. Like,
So
He had a lot of dumb ideas.
Yeah.
You know, making robots that can self-replicate and live off biomatter.
yeah.
So that's what I mean.
And then not-
For a guy that
Yeah.
A
fixed.
super AI without a backdoor.
Yeah,
Sorry.
He knew what he was
Come
doing,
on.
but he definitely didn't think it all through.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's like for a guy that made a cure for climate change or something, and then decided to go with technologically advanced, unhackable robots to I don't want any technology. It's a pretty big heel turn.
Yeah. But it all just like comes off like he's just a control freak and he's just got
Yeah.
like
he's just crazy. I love it.
all sorts of like dumb ideas and just doesn't
Yeah.
like when other people are sort of in charge and he's not and stuff. So I think like he was such a really well done character that I really enjoyed all the scenes he was in and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
No, definitely.
But at the same time, I sort of don't think it was great storytelling. Because like the thing with Horizon I found was I liked the story and
The
I
story
liked
was great. We talked about this
Yeah.
a little bit in the review.
yeah.
But
I didn't think it was told super well a lot of the time. Like I sort of found that like Aloy sort of rocks up to a place and she watches a video and it's just like okay
Yeah.
cool, let's go to the next place and stuff.
Ella's just waiting for YouTube videos to just hit her sub box. That's
Yeah, yeah.
5,000 likes.
And I think that's sort of because she doesn't really do. I found like especially near the end of the game, she doesn't really direct where she wants to go. Like Silence sort of says, "Okay, now go
Go
here
here.
and find out the next part."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay." And I think that's like generally with a protagonist, you want them to be like making their own decisions and
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
rather than just have
Yeah.
old mate Zavala telling her where to go.
Yeah. That's the Destiny joke, Tristan.
Okay.
And for those who aren't in the know about weird Destiny
You're in the know.
jokes and stuff, now you know.
Quote Dark Souls, that's right.
What?
You're in the know.
I never
Yeah.
played
Really?
that far into Dark Souls. Yeah, I don't like Dark Souls that much. So. No.
Rip.
But that's probably another topic for another podcast.
That's we just get off topic.
I
easy.
do like how Aloy usually comments on the videos though. Like when they're referring to the army of killer robots as peacekeepers. She's like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, my dude, what's going on?
Yeah. I think like that sort of stuff was just like it was all like and I noticed Ted Farrow was using peacekeepers and stuff to Elizabeth Sobek.
Yeah.
Oh god. I'm just never gonna remember that name apparently. He was like even when she was saying you've lost control and they're gonna eat the whole planet, basically he's like, well, they're peacekeepers and da 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 da, and she's like, no, I don't think you're listening here.
You goofed.
Yeah,
Well, a dead world is a peaceful one.
I suppose that's
They can't-
technically true.
There's no conflict if everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Maybe they did their job too well.
Yeah. Well, that seems like it. Yeah.
Maybe they just wanted some peace and quiet.
Yeah. Because I mean, they all do go to sleep when they've eaten the whole
There you
planet.
go,
So
yeah.
that's just like what they wanted to do.
Easy.
Yeah.
Speaking of going to sleep, I was a little disappointed they didn't, bring the big.
The ones you can see on the map?
Yeah, I refer to them as a big squid-looking robot.
I think
But
it
it's
was
just a
called
guy
the
with a
Horus.
Huh?
I think it was called the horror, like a horror.
Yeah. So
Something
I'm
like
not. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on the name of that, but I was a little disappointed that that wasn't say like the final boss fight or something.
Oh,
Compared
yeah.
to just a walking Deathbringer, because that was
Yeah.
a little anticlimactic.
Yeah, like it was. It's a good fight, but it's not. It doesn't seem like as big as you'd expect.
Yeah.
Like they lead up to all this thing like it's the end of the world, and it's like, well, it's just some Deathbringers. Like it's
Yeah.
not really the
Yeah.
end
And
of
the
the
thing
world.
is, don't they show Hades in one of the big not Reapers but Reapers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was trying
I
not to compare it to Mass Effect.
Yeah. And they show, and like I sort of thought, oh, they're gonna get this thing out of the ice or whatever, and then it's gonna come and attack you.
And it just never happened.
And I guess they couldn't get it out of the ice.
I think it did look pretty damaged.
Yeah. I think like it was still a good ending, but I
Yeah.
think
Oh yeah, I just think they, it's not that I didn't enjoy it. I just think I hyped myself up to expect a little bit more.
yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't pay off on the fact that they kept showing it as like a big deal and stuff.
If
Yeah.
if one happens to show up in a possible sequel, again we'll talk a bit more at the end.
Yeah.
then I'd forgive it a little bit more. But if they never show up in the franchise, it's kind of just like, well, you've missed a golden opportunity here.
Yeah. Fighting one of those would be a lot of fun.
Even if it was just like you've got to damage the leg
Yeah.
so its head goes down or something like
You
that.
stab in the eye. And,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I didn't play. Oh, actually, maybe we won't go side content just yet because I want to talk about the actual like different cultures in the world and stuff because we sort of talk about we've talked about the history of how they got to that point,
Yeah.
but
We haven't talked about the actual point they got to.
Yeah. How did you guys feel about the Nora, Karja, and Oseram? Are they the
Oseram,
big
Yeah,
three?
awesome,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the Shadow card.
Shadow cards are my boys.
And
Why?
some Banuk.
Because they're just dogs.
Yeah.
It's just so relatable.
Yeah.
I found that I could see where everyone was coming from, and considering they sort of came out with nothing, like they didn't know what was going on, they just got, the people that, I don't know how many generations that were there by the time there, but the people who were artificially brought up inside the labs, Gaia, yeah,
thing, yeah.
I'm not sure what it's called, but yeah, the people who were artificially brought up, they got to the point where they were all still relatively young, and they were like, well, see ya, boys, you
Yeah.
better get out of here, we got no food, go fend for yourself. And so they pretty much left with nothing apart from knowing what they grew up, and it was pretty sheltered and that.
Yeah.
And they come out and they know nothing. So I can see how then the All Mother starts to be a thing
Yeah.
for the
Nora.
for the Nora.
I did enjoy that aspect.
Everything. I like how they all sort of had their different beliefs. How even like the Karja, and the Shadow Karja, like how some of them believed that Avad was tainted and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so they're like, no, we've got to go with the true Sun King, who is that little kid, and everything. I really enjoyed it. It gave a lot of perspective on different points of view.
Yeah. Yeah, Tristan, did you have a favorite or anything? Like a favorite group you like hanging out in, all the cities and stuff, or
No.
did you just spend most of your time trying to get to the next robot?
I just wanted to kill machines.
Yeah.
That's
That's fair enough. I think I sort of had a similar response to Tristan where I didn't I was interested in the different cultures and stuff, but they didn't their cities didn't necessarily convince me.
Yeah, there was a lot to be left.
Yeah.
A lot left to thought.
Because the thing with Meridian I found was it's pretty much just a bunch of stone walls with different vendors in each corner.
Yeah.
And I never felt like it was lived in.
Yeah.
I never felt like oh hey, here's where here's a school or something.
Like with when there was the big explosion in the story when
Oh yeah.
old mate was trying to be a good old terrorist.
Yeah.
Blew it up. You didn't really think, oh no, there's people's homes. You just thought,
Yeah.
God damn it, someone's gonna have to rebuild that, man.
Yeah, I sort of saw it as oh, they blew up a food tower, I guess, and
Yeah,
no one
and
was
it's
hurt.
just you see that and it's sort of just well, no real empathy for anyone there.
Yeah,
So I do agree.
yeah, they didn't.
It left a lot to be desired.
They didn't build empathy so much, and I think the Nora frustrated me pretty much from the get go because
Yeah, the Nora were my least favourite by far.
but not because of who they were, just the fact that they're
The way they're...
they're put as Native American, but I didn't really get I think the way Guerrilla Games would have done it is basically they wanted a tribal air quotes savage society. And they sort of was oh, let's just go with Native Americans for that.
I agree. I didn't really notice it too much till you pointed it out to me.
Yeah.
Sometime that I paid more attention to it, and yeah, you were pretty spot on.
Yeah.
with it,
And it just
frustrated me.
It sort of was just the sort of thing where I couldn't quite immerse myself in the game because the whole time I was just like, why is this group just basically Native Americans? Like,
Yeah.
why is that? Like, and I think obviously they sort of just went with like stereotypes, and they didn't. And I think like it made the story weaker for me as well because I like the All Mother stuff because it tied into like where they came from and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
like
thought
that was a
worked.
cool concept, but yeah,
And like the idea of like the women leading that society because Gaia was a female presenting AI. Like I like that because it like
That
sort
was
of tied into it and stuff. But then like the way they dressed and stuff and the way like their culture just sort of didn't seem to match. Because I would have liked if they sort of like in terms of costumes and stuff, used more machine parts and stuff. They
Yeah.
did that a bit, but
Yeah.
I think I would have rathered more of that and stuff. So, but once I got out of there, I started feeling a bit better because I thought Meridian was cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
After you get
Yeah.
past the sort of we'll call it a tutorial area, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
the world really expands.
yeah, it
I gotta-
definitely does.
I got a question.
Yes.
When you went to the proving, did you actually go around and interact in the village? Or
I
you just
did,
kind of run
yeah.
through it?
I ran through it. The only thing I did was talk to, what's his name? The guy whose family got kidnapped.
Tab or something.
No, not Tab.
Oh, Olin?
Olin.
Olin?
Oh, around? No.
The guy with the
Olin.
other guy with the focus.
Oh, Olin, yeah.
Yeah,
God.
Olin, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the other thing was I saw his focus and I was like, oh, maybe you'll get some more
Yeah.
info on the focuses. And then I talked to him, but
Yeah. No, I talked to everyone. I sat down, watched the kids read a story. I watched them dance for a bit. I tried to get into it, and it just like I think that cemented that like this just seems like stereotypical Native American
Yeah.
culture to me.
That's what I just skimmed over that. So that's how I easily
Yeah.
just skipped over all that.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't really notice what you noticed. But
Yeah.
if
The
I was
only-
to go through
yeah.
it, I can say
Yeah.
I stopped to listen to the drunk guy on the roof. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
so-
that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
they had a couple of cool things like that, but
Yeah.
it's
But yeah, I think like maybe because I did spend that time sitting down and stuff.
Mm.
It just sort of rubbed on me in a way where I was just like, this is weird. Rob's
Yeah.
giving me eyebrow raises across the table.
it rubbed on him.
I
Yeah,
do-
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I think I like the Osseram because like I sort of liked that even though I did just say that I liked using machine parts for costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
I also liked that they were like sort of a culture that didn't do that because they had a thing about making their own
Yeah.
metal that was really strong and stuff. I thought that was cool based
Yeah.
on the fact that from the mountains where there'd be a lot of ores and stuff. I thought
Yeah.
that was like it really fit like it just made sense to me in terms of the world and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
I enjoyed using their toys.
Yeah.
That was fun. I would have liked more of that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Another cool one I found was, I don't know if you would have done this, I feel you probably would have, like, it was one of the side missions where you go up into the mountains where there's peaceful,
Oh, yeah.
where there's some peaceful Dinobots or
Machines.
whatever.
Oh yeah, and then like
Yeah, and it's because
Yeah.
there's some transmission that's coming out making them all peaceful.
Yeah.
And it was just how, like, there's all these guys that are just there living peacefully, this and that, and then you've got some hide, I think they were Karja,
yeah.
who just came up and were pretty much just trying to steal it for themselves.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
that's what they got paid to do, and it's just, I
It's-
just found another really interesting thing to show that even in a society like that, you still got, selfishness,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want it too, that sort of thing.
And like yeah, sort of like people from like one culture who don't agree. Like in some cases that ends up being the Shadow Karja. In other cases I think that was the Banuk, maybe?
The
Yeah.
Banuk.
Banuk?
Yeah, the
I know.
Banuk.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But and like in other cases it's just like, well, we're gonna leave and go hang out now. I
Yeah.
swear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I did that mission, but I definitely I think I knew what was there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think the Banuk are interesting because they often mention how the machines weren't always trying
Yeah.
to kill everyone. And then
Yeah, I think stuff like that I really appreciated and stuff. But I didn't get into the side content a whole ton. So maybe that's maybe that's something I missed maybe that's why I didn't always click with the world because I didn't spend a ton of time with the characters. Did you guys have what was that?
I was gonna say you can find out a lot of the story from the side quests.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it did expand a lot on the world.
Yeah. Did you guys have a favorite character?
Not Aloy as well, if just in case.
Yeah, I think
Aloy.
Aloy's the most well done character in it.
Yeah.
It's your protagonist.
Yeah,
It's
you gotta-
always you got to just write them off as
Yeah, I meant
them.
like someone
someone else.
went to meet.
I really, really liked. Rost in the time he was there, he was my boy.
Yeah.
Except when he shot the rock.
Yeah, when you throw it at what's his name?
Yeah, when you
That
pick,
was-
when you
that
pick
was
a rocket
frustrating.
on a bust, favourite
Yeah,
character.
but
What
that
a guy.
was frustrating.
Yeah.
I really liked what like he wasn't my favorite character, just hard because I feel like this guy probably would just get forgotten. What the war chief, her son,
Val?
Oh yeah.
Val.
He was pretty cool.
I liked Val.
Yeah.
He was the dude.
Mm.
You know, love that shit. I also liked Avad, but he, you know, bit of a creep.
Yeah. A little weird when he
Avad?
touched.
Oh, yeah.
when he hits on her, it's like, all right, my dude, how about we just relax?
Bring it down some notches. I saved your city. I'm not like that.
Yeah,
interested.
I'm not gonna be your boy.
Yeah.
I don't know, it has its privileges.
Yeah. I mean, he did get to wear all
Just
that
saying.
fancy glowing metal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think one of my favorites has got to be. This is where I'm really bad with remembering all these names, but
Yeah.
it was Ursa's brother.
Around.
Yeah,
Aaron.
I really like.
Aaron.
Yeah,
Ah.
I didn't know how to say his name. You know, running errands for a run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked his character. It's sort of
Yeah.
just, and he had a lot of character progression. You know,
Yeah,
through the game,
that's
like
true.
where you find Ursa and she's like, "Bruh, grow the fuck up, man."
Yeah. And
And
he's
it's like, and then
alright.
he, starts taking things a little more seriously, and he's there with the Vanguard at the end, and I just thought it was really cool the way
Yeah.
his character shaped up in the end.
Tristan, any faves?
Aaron is definitely good. I think one of the side quests, I'm not sure if either of you played it.
I did all of them, so
Okay.
Yeah, Rob will know. what you're
The,
talking
I
about.
can't remember his name, but he's like, he always wants you to go find machine blood so he can drink it.
yeah,
I would have loved to have found that one. That's pretty cool.
yeah, no, it was really cool. There's a couple of really cool things like
That was probably one of my favorite side quests, and that's why I like him. Just
Yeah.
because, like, it's that typical kind of, this is what's going to happen, but it's all very symbolic and hard to understand.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because he talked a lot about, the threats and storms, and just like, what's going on?
Yeah. Okay. Was he like a shaman sort of guy, or just,
Yeah, he... Oh gosh, I need to go back and play it again.
Yeah.
yeah, he was kind of. I think he was just a weird dude.
Yeah.
and-
That sounds cool. Yeah. I want to talk about Rost for a second because I think like
Yeah, we need to talk about Ross.
that-
That's
yeah.
a big cloud that hangs over Horizon.
because I think
Over the horizon.
He went there.
I think like that was one of the like I actually like quite liked Aloy and Rost's relationship and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when he has to leave and stuff, I was like, wow, that's gonna be so cool when I meet up with him like halfway through the game and find out about him and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like when he comes back to save you, I'm sort of like, oh, it's Rost, and then he dies, and I was like, you kind of wasted that character.
Why couldn't we have just rolled off the cliff together, my dude? It's come on.
I just because like I really like their relationship and I would have wanted it to be explored more.
Yeah.
But basically, what happens is you build a relationship with this guy. He
And then-
leaves, which I thought was cool because like okay,
I
I'll
thought,
see you
yeah, and
later.
you see him later on, there'll be some cool thing later.
And
And
then,
like, not that
like-
it wasn't cool that he came back and saved you, but it was a real waste of
Yeah.
character.
And then like he comes back, and then and the mystery, one of the biggest mysteries about people in the start of the game is why was Rost outcast when no one seems to want to outcast him.
Yeah.
And then apparently like the
Is
way
there
you
a way
find
to
that
find...
out.
Oh, you can find out?
So you go to his grave.
Yeah, so yeah.
Where they live,
Yeah.
and then you go back to one of the
The-
matriarch.
that's
Teresa, I think it was.
Yeah,
probably.
and she'll tell you about
the
it.
good one.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe, like, because I found this out on the wiki. 'Cause I
Yeah,
looked
same,
it up.
because I went to his grave and everything, but how would I know to go back and talk to
Yeah.
the matriarchs? I don't want to talk to them. Fuck those dudes.
Yeah, and like, but like that
Dude.
was like, like
Alright.
a major mystery for me.
That was
And-
something me and Esrin talked about, like, when we started the game, we're like, man, I really want to find out what happened
Yeah,
to Ross.
yeah.
Like, it's a really cool thing, and why is he an outcast? Because they kept, alluding to, oh, he was an outcast by choice, and this
Yeah.
and that, and it's like, well, what the fuck? If he's an outcast by choice, why doesn't he just come back?
And
Yeah.
the story's pretty cool. Like he
His family gets murdered
by
by
like bandits.
Yeah, by some bandits, and he becomes a blood seeker,
Yeah,
which is a seeker that can't come back, but they're on a revenge mission. He went
Yeah.
out, killed them all, was very close to death, and wanted to die as close to the homeland as possible, to
Yeah.
the sacred land. So he comes back and he's like right at the border, and he's like collapses or something. He's close to death, and then some lady who her family got killed by
the same
the same bandits saw him and was like, "Oh, I'm going to come bring him back, treat him." And then he got brought back on a sacred land by her. And then he went back, and then because he wasn't allowed to come back,
He was
'cause a
supposed to
blood
die
seeker,
on his mission.
He was, that's a leave and never come back.
Yeah,
And he comes back, so they're like, well, okay, for what you've done for us, you're allowed to stay on the sacred land, but you've got to be an outcast for life.
And just never tell anyone what you did, because I think the matriarchs would have looked bad if they
said, go kill these dudes for, So it's a really, really interesting backstory. But I feel like you shouldn't have to jump through all those hoops to find it out.
It just seemed like such a major, like, relationship question to answer in the game. Yeah. Just sort of like...
You gotta go and...
He just dies and then, like, unless you... And, like, you don't even know where to look, really. You sort of just stumble into it if you get lucky, really. And then, like... I think that relationship had a lot more in it than the first 2 hours of the game.
Yeah.
I think that's both a good and a bad thing, that you kind of have to look for the story.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like, you find something out and you're just like, yes, but then there are those things that are... Yeah. Like what happened to Rust, and you just...
I think,
you never know.
I think the difference is, like, I would have liked that question answered in the main story.
Yeah.
That was the main story for me.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing where when you, even like, say you come back... When you find out everyone's getting attacked, that sort of thing, back at the Nora tribe, and they're all getting, ripped by machines, and you go back, you fight, and they're all hiding in there, you saved them, then it's all peace for a moment, and you're like,
that would be a good time.
Can I find some more out about my dude, please?
Yeah. See, that would have been a good time.
See, because you're back there, and, you're there, and before you go in there, and it's just like, I don't know what's going to happen in there, can you please tell me about Rost? Something like that. Yeah. That would have been like a perfect time for them to share.
And then apparently he's already supposed to have gone back and asked them.
By that, exactly.
Yeah.
When it's like, I'm a seeker, I'm meant to be on the road. What the fuck, you want me to come back?
Which I think that was probably the biggest fumble they had character-wise for me.
Which, it's a small thing, but it's also a kind of a big thing.
Yeah. Again, I was interested in Horizon because I wanted to know what made a world full of robot dinosaurs happen. But that relationship actually got me, and they didn't pay off on it at all.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of the other relationships, I was just like, whatever about. Do we want any more character stuff?
Yeah, there's one more thing I want to ask.
Oh, I gotta.
You go first.
Okay.
It's all right.
I feel like
we're not in a rush. We'll make an 8-hour podcast. I don't care.
Yeah.
I can play this for 8 more hours.
Yeah.
When you did, because you didn't do many of the side quests, did you help Did you help the Arium? What are they called? Oseram. Sorry, mental blank.
Is this another group that I missed?
Did you do the side quest where you helped them, like that? There's like a town and you have to go and kill a bunch of scrappers and bandits.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have someone show up at the end and you're like, I upgraded the Oseram cannons for you?
No. I didn't. Yeah.
Because I think.
Yeah, Rob mentioned that I wouldn't get an ending if I didn't do all the side quests or something.
Yeah. See, I didn't know exactly what it was, but there was something that
Yeah.
I know you missed out because everyone was saying it, but nothing was different when I kept looking up videos. So that must have been what it was.
It must just be like
where
the side characters
you help them,
because
you help the bands, and that's where you get to try out the cannon and you attack them all. Yeah, that was really cool. And then you use those cannons at the end. Did you get to use those cannons at the end?
I got to use the cannons at the end, but I'd never seen them before.
Okay.
Did they shoot multiple projectals?
No, just shot one, I think.
Okay, that's why.
No, they shot multiple ones.
Okay. You had to charge it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Because there are a few people I'm like, hey, I helped you and now you're here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The more people you help, and then I think it ends up with more people were at the end where, it's like, that's kind of cool. And especially what it would have been, there's some of the side characters that end up there right at the very end for the last thing.
Like I had a couple people.
Yeah, I had about 8 or 9, I think.
Yeah, I only had Arand and Sona.
Oh yeah, the War Chief.
Yeah, the War Chief.
Yeah, I had them, and I had a couple of people from a few different tribes. This and that, and it was really cool.
I had a few Mass Effect flashbacks. I'm like, oh no, everyone's gonna
die.
I wasn't prepared.
But yeah, one thing I wanted to ask as well. I can't remember this guy's name either. There's so many names. The guy who was the stand-in War Chief for a little while.
Oh yeah,
Resh. Fuck that dude. Yeah. Who's your least favorite character, Bust or Resh?
Does Bust die?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care about him.
Yeah, exactly. He got it as fuck Resh. Why couldn't he die to that Thunderjaw, man?
Yeah, I thought that was another weird thing. They sort of build up Bosch as a villain character, and then they sort of try and make him a good guy with one line.
The kind of thing that I was thinking would have been a good redemption arc for Bosch or something would have been instead of it being Rost that saves you, is if Bust would have done some sneaky just arrow to the guy's leg so he drops you and you roll off.
Yeah.
But then it's just no, that doesn't happen. And then Bosch Rost's character at the same
Yeah.
time.
I just thought like it was weird that they build this kid up and you're like,
And then it's like, no, I'm with you. What, so I'm meant to fucking like you because you want to save your own
And
life?
not only like
What's going on here?
So he is mean to you the whole time. Then like you get attacked, and obviously like you're gonna stop the attackers regardless of like if he doesn't like you or not. And then like he's like, no, I'm with you, and he just dies, and it's just like, oh,
Well,
okay.
I still enjoyed that bit. Just saying.
What, just watching him die?
Well, my rock. I didn't get to throw the rock at.
I know, why did we get to kill it?
Yeah.
It should have been like he rolls off with you at the end and he's like, please get help. And it's like, nah, my dude.
Yeah.
Arrow to the head.
I don't need help.
But yeah, they did a good job with their, not villains, but, you know, antagonists.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've got to give them credit for.
Yeah.
They gave you a lot of characters to hate their
Yeah.
guts.
I think Silence was a good character.
Silence
like
was a real,
Silence,
especially coming to the end. Should we? Yeah, let's talk about the post credits now. Should we? While we're on.
Well, I want to
Silence?
talk about some of the side content and collectibles.
Okay,
and stuff.
we'll touch on Silence a bit later because he ties
Yeah.
into a few different things.
Because I didn't do it. Like I collected some things just by virtue of sometimes I'd loot something and then mug
Okay,
it.
so while we're here, let's talk about metal. Speaking of collectibles, Metal Flowers.
Yeah.
The backstory. Me and Esther found out the backstory of these.
Oh, true.
They're really cool. Do you know what the backstory is?
I do not.
So one thing that like I realized they were connected coming into the game because I collected everything and this and that.
Yeah.
So you get them, and you know how they're in like a triangle of flowers.
Yeah.
At the end, when Elizabeth, when you go, Ayla goes and finds Elizabeth's body,
Yeah.
it's like she's surrounded by a triangle of flowers.
Oh.
So it was like, oh, that's a bit curious.
Yeah.
And it turns out these metal flowers are sprouting because they're Gaia's tribute to Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty
That's
cool.
dead Arash. Oh, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
That is because in one of the underground places when you see I think it was Gaia Prime, you see like the table, like a holographic table, and it's got flowers and it's like a memory to Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And there's flowers in that too.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
pretty
I
cool.
do remember that one actually. Yeah.
I think the collectibles in this game, even though I didn't get them, I found them to be pretty cool and like
This
they
is probably
built up the world and stuff, and I found
Yeah.
they weren't just like random like
the
feathers.
best collectible I've ever done. I think.
Yeah,
They actually
okay.
made sense and they sort of added to the lore and backstory rather
Yeah.
than something say like, go collect. Exactly for AC2 for example, go collect these feathers that
Yeah.
were in one scene.
Yeah.
Or in say like a Far Cry or something, like go and get this thing that is just there. It's pointless. And like
Yeah.
even with the other collectibles, like with your ancient vessels, which are just coffee mugs,
Yeah.
like, and
I enjoyed that.
don't know what it is. It's like that's really cool. Like,
They're like
They're ritual vessels apparently.
Yeah.
yeah,
Just in
exactly.
rituals.
It's like
I mean, I suppose a morning coffee is a ritual.
Yeah.
I mean,
in its
yeah,
own way.
I'll pay that.
Um,
And that's cool. And also, and the Bannock figurines, it's like that's cool that it's part of a tribe's what
Yeah.
they're doing. It's part of their religion or whatever. And then you've also got they're not viewpoints.
The Vantage.
Vantage points. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
They were really cool. Ezra didn't do any of those.
I didn't know
I
that.
did
because
some
he
of
didn't know
them.
them. I did them, and they gave you a really cool backstory about what was.
You should explain what they are.
Yeah, so you go up to a vantage point, exactly what it sounds like. You
Yeah.
go to a vantage point, a big higher point, and then you turn on, like, you press R3 to look at the vantage, and it's pretty much like, say, like using an eagle vision or, a hunter vision or something from any of those sort of games where
You see
it looks
what
at the
was
surroundings,
there in the past.
and it shows you, like, a big, like, screen of just what was at the point that, you're looking at, say it was just ruins there now. It could have been, say, like Denver Stadium or something, which is one of
Yeah.
them, for example. And it's like where a college football team played or something like that. And it's really cool. It gives you some nice backstory to the
Yeah.
actual surrounding
Yeah,
land.
and like since I love the visuals in this game and like just some of like the viewpoints and stuff you get when you come over a cliff and you see on the horizon
Yeah, like
and stuff
ooh,
and like
horizon.
got it. And it's
Yeah.
like like I think and like because the other thing I loved was like the history of the game and stuff. The fact that like they tied those two things together into like one collectible thing, I would have loved that, but I never saw it.
Yeah.
I never found one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Like they should have. That's where this is where I sort of think every game should force you to get one of every collectible just throughout a story thing.
Yeah.
Just because it's sort of like it gives you like an insight to what the collectibles are going to be, and it gives you a choice
Yeah.
whether or not they're not really beneficial
Yeah.
for me to get, or that's cool. I'd really like to find out more about these.
Well, I'm just annoyed they never signaled that to me because I would have done all of
Yeah,
those if I
exactly.
known it was
Like
a
you
thing.
know,
Yeah.
it was something like that.
Yeah.
I almost went past it because I saw the merchant selling the maps. I'm like, I'm not going to waste my money on those. I want better weapons.
Yeah.
And then I looked at them and I'm like, oh man, they're cheap.
Yeah, they were really cheap. So I was just like, I mean, I was going to buy them anyway, but I was
Yeah.
like, oh, why not? Cash.
Yeah, and because I was like, I don't like collectibles, so I was just like, I'm not going to do these.
Yeah.
And I'll just find them if I find them. But yeah, it's just annoying that I missed that one, and like, I suppose they expected people to buy the maps and stuff, but like,
yeah, but
I would've-
also...
like at least, yeah, like as Rob said, just telegraph one where I just
Yeah.
find it and I'm like, oh, this is awesome, and then you say, there's 12 more, and I'll go find them.
Yeah, exactly. It's...
Yeah. I suppose we can jump on to the ending now, unless there's anything in the body of the game you guys...
Well, I was going to say
mention.
also... I was just thinking about this, actually. Speaking of the merchants... what did you guys... sorry, I can't even remember what I was going to say. There's so many things. So, what did you guys think of the fast travel packs? We touched on them slightly,
we did
and
too.
we did a little bit in the review, review, I guess. But wasn't too sure. How did you feel about the fast travel in the game? Like
Did you use it a lot?
Did you get the gold pack?
I did. I got the
You
gold
got the gold
pack.
Yeah.
pack. See, that's the same as me. And then also we're talking about. I feel like we're saying we thought that like they tried to use it as a currency and it didn't really work.
The fast travel pack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How like they were just the normal fast travel ones, and they were trying to make them a little bit few and far between unless you went and bought them. But then also it's pretty cheap to get a gold one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't know. It feels like they don't know whether or not they want it to be. You've really got to use these, scarcely like in a post-apocalyptic game using ammo where there's not much.
Yeah.
Or if they want you to fast travel.
Yeah.
Like, one thing that I actually thought was like, it sounds like you've had a couple of devs who were just like, we should make this, a thing where it's hard to fast travel, and someone like, no, that's a bad idea. This is a really big map. And then
Yeah.
it just was
Yeah.
like they
It
just
just
didn't
seems like
know what direction they wanted to go.
they
with
couldn't
it.
decide what sort of game they wanted to make in terms of, is this going to be like you only fast travel when you need to, or you have to get a long way away, or is it going to be a game like Far Cry where you just bounce from little dots on the map,
Yeah.
constantly doing that and stuff?
Yeah,
I think the game would have been better without the gold fast travel pack.
Yeah,
I agree. If I was to play it again, I wouldn't get it, and I'd have to ration
Yeah.
my fast travels because I felt myself just going fast travel,
Yeah.
fast travel, and I feel like I would have missed a lot of the world.
yeah, and because I didn't do that as much, I think I spent
And
a lot
I-
more time taking screenshots. 'cause
I
was finding
I
these.
barely rode on overridden machines just because fast travel.
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, I did it like once, I think.
Yeah, I did it a few times. That was only after I got the final upgrades,
Yeah.
and I was like, I can just whistle for that boy.
Yeah, whereas I did it like a bunch. Like if I saw like striders and chargers and stuff, I'd
Yeah.
run over, get one, and then
Yeah.
ride it off. The
And that's
next-
that's something I do regret
Yeah.
a bit, but
I would have liked it if they followed you around too and you had some kind of rudimentary go here, go there
Yeah, okay.
type of... Like, I know there was a talent to just summon one to you.
Yeah. Would you have liked that more with like the stalker types and stuff, or like the more fighting inclined?
Even then,
Machines
although
or-
I think that would have made it even easier
Yeah.
at the end.
think of how cool it would have been like overriding a stalker or something, and then it just goes invisible, and then it's just like you're there, you get into a fight, bam,
Yeah.
stalker just uninvises and just attacks it, like something like that. It's just it'd be really cool.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I did love the side quest where you find a stalker.
Oh yeah. That's where I found my first stalker.
Yeah, I crap my pants.
So there's
I
one.
might have done that one.
It was one where you just like I was going towards a cauldron. You probably would have because you would have come right across it going
Yeah.
to a cauldron. And then there's this dude and he's just like, "Oh shit, all this stuff happened. You've got to protect them from machines." And he's like, "Oh, some dude left and he's got our things. Go
Oh,
get,
yep, I
go
did
get
that.
them and you can
Yeah.
have half of it
Yeah.
or whatever."
And
and you go do it, and the guy's just like, "Lol, rip, my
Yeah.
bad. Sorry, I'm a pussy and I stole these. Get
Yeah.
wrecked. Yeah, I dogged the boys. What of it, man?" And then he dies. Good riddance. Stuff.
Yeah, like, but it's just like you're talking to him and you're like, oh, I've solved the quest, and you just get shot
Shot in the
behind,
back.
and
I
you're
was like, what
just
the
like, what is
heck?
happening? And like you turn around, there's nothing there, or like it's the stalker's there and it disappears, and you're like, what is that?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, whoa. And then, like, it just pops up and you get shot or something. You're like, oh, what the fuck's going on? And, like,
Yeah.
I died a few times to that. Like,
Yeah,
that was,
yeah.
that I struggled a bit because I was like, I don't know what to do
Yeah.
until, like,
Yeah.
this was the point in the game where I realized traps are my best friend.
Yeah.
Because I was like, all right, let's set up these traps, run around a corner, and try and make some noise or something so the boy will come run around at you and
Yeah.
blow himself up.
Um,
And that was really cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a favorite Dinobot?
Ooh.
I think Thunderjaws
Thunderjaw would have been
probably
mine.
would be. I think Thunderjaws and Stalkers were my favorites.
I
think
really like the Sawtooths, to be honest.
Sawtooth
Yeah,
was such a cool,
yeah.
fundamentally
I would, man.
solid one.
Could you imagine riding that thing?
I thought I was gonna get to ride one. I was really high.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
you just couldn't. Like, that's the kind of thing where it'd be lit.
Yeah.
I was a bit disappointed with the Thunderjaw, to be honest.
See,
Yeah.
I thought the design of a Thunderjaw was really cool, but then I found it a little bit too easy to take them down from the
Dislaunches
end of it.
anyone.
Yeah.
Where, like, the dislaunches, it makes it really easy to take them. It's like, I get that, you need something like that to make them a bit easier to take
Yeah.
down, but maybe not 2 disc launches will get their whole health down. Like,
Yeah.
maybe each do a third, and then you've still got a third of damage just to really do it.
And it'd be a simple matter of just halving the ammo they can
Yeah, exactly.
hold.
Because like when you get disc launches, I think someone had like 10 or 11 things. It's
Yeah,
like,
and it's
this
just-
is too much.
Yeah. Are there any other side quests that jumped out to you guys?
I didn't do all of them.
Yeah, and I barely did any, so...
Well, I did. Did you do the one with? I think it was called. Ended up going into one called Queen's Gambit, where it was
Where you save...
where you save the little kid and.
Is his name Isama or something?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on the name. Azima, maybe something like that.
Mm.
But it was like when you get the quest automatically by following the story, where you go to what's the Shadow Carja place?
Shadow Carja City, let's just say that.
Okay, Shadow... It's the one with the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go into that place and then it's like, all right, and everyone's sort of looking at you, you leave, and then the chick's like, oh, meet me on the outskirts, this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And
It's like,
then it's like, all right, go meet this guy here, he needs your help.
Yeah.
And then you go meet him out there and he's like, oh, bounty hunter, whatever, are you going to kill me or whatever?
Oh, I think I did that one,
Yeah, and it's just like, no, my dude, I got your back, man, like, I'm here to help, and then you fight and it turns out one of the priest or something, I don't know
Oh,
what
yeah,
they
no,
call it.
I got that priest
And
out.
then and then you go rip that dude. But then from that, it also gives you another quest.
Yeah, I didn't do the next one.
See, and the next one goes into where you help the rightful Sun King get to Meridian to be with his family because they're pretty much just being held hostage where they are. And so you've also got to take down like some a Thunderjaw, I think,
a rock breaker.
A rock breaker, that's it. A rock breaker, some humans, great combat.
Yeah.
So some other things, but it pretty much gives you a point where you're in a canyon and there's one end, another end. There's some rocks to cover, and it's like, all right, they're about to come. Set up your traps.
That's cool.
So it gives you time to prepare, which was something we said.
Yeah.
You know, we'd really like to prepare before the combat.
I set way too many traps.
I did too. I set like 50 traps.
Okay.
Not 50. I set like 15 traps, and it was like
Field
1,
dab.
2, 3. All right,
Yeah.
there's the first wave gone. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
All right, there's the second wave. All right, now we've got a rock breaker, and now there's just a bunch of traps that he's not even going to trigger.
Yeah. I
Sad
actually
day.
changed my mind. I think rock breakers were my favorite. 'Cause,
Rock
like,
breakers were...
they were super like vicious, but they were also kind of cute because they were like in my mind they were like kind of like moles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They were cool. They were
Yeah.
one of my faves.
They were cute when they weren't trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, you go to a boat with them and you take him to Meridian, and the Sun King's like, "Oh, thanks, Aloy. Seems like you're always there helping everyone out." I was like, "Yeah, fucking am."
Yeah.
I'm
apparently
annoyed
I
you didn't
won.
get to ride on the boat.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That
if,
was rude.
If there was some like
You saved their lives.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
All right, cool.
meet you back at the palace. Like, what?
Just take me with you, man.
Good thing you have the gold
Yeah.
fast travel pack, right?
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, and that was one of my favorite
Yeah.
quest chains, I think, because
That sounds cool.
you know it sort of ties up, you know, one part of the story to another part of the story.
Yeah.
Which you don't have to do that, but
Yeah.
it's just it's a cool little
Yeah,
link.
that
up.
sounds really well done.
Some of the side quests are really good, but
Yeah.
Some of them are really not.
I got halfway through the game before I realized I still had Old Grata's prayer beads.
I did that straight away because I was like, oh man, I might need this level.
Yeah.
It was like, Grata, what the fuck? I love the banter that Aloy hit on Grata with.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, thank your mother, it's fucking me. I'm
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Why are you ignoring me?
Grata sort of talked to you, just like
Just
in
not,
your own way.
Just not through.
Yeah.
She spoke to you
Yeah.
through All Mother, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool.
Which is something.
It just sort of helps add to the story. And
Yeah.
the Nora. Like,
Yeah.
I
it's
did
something.
enjoy that bit. It's just kind of forgot.
Yeah, it's a little thing that's just like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's been a couple of weeks since we played. No, it's only been a week actually for me, I
It's
think.
been a couple of weeks away.
Okay.
I started playing again last night. Very hard, trying to see if it's more difficult.
Is
It
it?
will be.
It's probably one of my biggest gripes.
Yeah, that wasn't hard enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't hard enough, and then I ended up getting the OP armor, and then I was just like,
man.
Yeah.
by the end I was like, I'm just gonna push through these missions, let's go. And then I started meleeing everything to death, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, this wasn't a great
Especially
idea.
once you get Silent Spear.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, So,
Jake
how's
just-
Zelda going?
Jake's just changing his switch
Very good.
to handheld
Yeah.
mode from
Oh.
the controller.
Yeah. What do you think about Horizon now, Jake?
Sounds pretty good. You guys are doing a good job of selling it. I'm not gonna lie.
See, I think it's a really good game. Also,
Yeah.
let's not get over it. There are problems as well, which
Yeah.
I feel like we might have to touch upon, so it doesn't sound like we're just,
Yeah, do you want to do a bit on the problems and stuff?
Yeah, so, I mean, we talked a bit about it in the review, so if you haven't read it, read that because
Yeah.
we'll just elaborate a bit more here.
Because the problems are more like mechanical than story-wise for us.
like one of our biggest gripes I think was human combat.
Oh,
It really
not
sucked.
fun.
It's just not fun. It's like a bad Far Cry combat.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, how am I going to approach this? Oh, I'm going to start stealthily arrowing them. Oh no, I stealth arrowed one guy and now I've got fucking 50 people chasing me.
Really?
And
Because I
it's-
found that I just slowly walked through the camp. And
Yeah,
and
Okay,
shot
yeah,
at
no,
everyone.
so slow, that's what I mean. Like, slow walks, yeah, that's one way of doing
Okay,
it. But
so
if you
you
don't
know.
want to just do the same thing over
Yeah.
and over again, like, that's why I was like, maybe I'll try and just stealth arrow it, use these precision arrows, something like that.
Yeah.
And then you just hit one, headshot him, the guy's dead, and then it's just like, oh, would you look at exclamation point over every
Yeah.
single one's head in the
Yeah.
camp? And it's
I
just
think-
like,
And then you know where they are. So it's
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's what it makes it quick, especially when you've got the, ancient armor and that. But it's
Yeah.
also like, that's where you need your variety.
I found it was
Yeah.
sort of like, for me, it was either stealth, which I didn't find super interesting because they were all really dumb,
yeah.
or it was like one-on-one combat, which wasn't fun because it's just like heavy strike, critical strike when they're on the ground, and I
Yeah.
just repeated that 100 times.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And I think the other thing for me is like, that game should be about fighting the robot dinosaurs. Like, I don't know why there's so much human combat in there.
There's a lot more human combat than there should be.
Yeah.
If they were going to put that much human combat in, they needed to do something about it.
And like, I would have rathered if like fighting humans was meaningful and like wasn't just like, oh hey, here's 30 bandits in a camp, just go and like massacre some people.
Oh, that's one character I forgot to talk about. Did you finish
Neil?
the bandit? Yeah, Neil. Did you finish the bandit camps?
I didn't.
Okay, so
I did most of them, but
if you
Yeah.
finish the bandit camps, it comes to an end, and he's like, "All right, my quest's done. Fight me, Aloy." You know?
Oh, yeah.
It's from, like, I said no. I said no because I didn't want him to die. Because I was like, maybe he'll show up at the final fight.
Yeah.
He didn't. Fuck that guy. Why can't you just fight the robots first?
Yeah.
But he's just like,
So can you actually fight him?
yeah. So you can duel him to the death. You
Wow.
can you can kill him if you choose to fight.
Man.
Because he's just
all
like
that time you
he's
spend
like,
bonding
all the,
over
yeah,
dead
exactly.
bandits.
He's just like, all the bandits are dead now. Well, I've got no purpose. Meet me at this.
Yeah.
Meet me here. He's
Stand
like,
him up.
this needs to be done not at some bandit camp or something like that. And you meet him somewhere, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to fight you, my dude.
Yeah.
And
Can you just stand him up?
please don't.
I feel like I
Yeah,
would.
you can just not go, but also you go there and he's just like, all right, I want to fight you. What do you think? And you can be like, yes, no. You're like, no. He's like, well, that's disappointing, and that's it.
What, does he just leave or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe he just sits there for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like no, and he starts to walk away, smack him with the spear.
He was an interesting character.
He was
Yeah.
one of my. That's one thing. One guy we've got. I think he might have been my favorite character.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like he was just a completely spanner in the woodwork. Like
Yeah.
Spanner in the woodwork.
yeah,
Wait,
You've
what?
come up with two, like back to back. You've come up with
back to
some
back,
good.
cooker.
Yeah.
yeah. Last
What
one.
did you say? What did you say last night?
I can't
Was that for the Gamescast or the
It was one of them. Either way,
Yeah.
listen to it. There are some really weird and solid
Yeah,
analogies.
that's like your new thing is just like Rob's weird euphemism phrase things.
yeah.
I
I feel like someone's gonna make a compilation.
Let's go and do it. And anyway, I think he was a really good character because he went to a prison for a little while. I think and because some war crimes he might have done or something like that. And
Sounds like him.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was like he was a war dog. Like war was what drove him, that sort of thing. He was the big guy in the war, and then the war ended, and he didn't have
He had
anything to
nothing
do.
Yeah.
Which I think would honestly be relatable for a lot of people, like everything like that. There are some people who you see all the things about people that come back from war and it's hard to adjust back to life,
Yeah.
especially in a thing like that where you don't have these people to talk to or whatever,
Yeah, I don't think psychology is a big
a big
business
worry
in the
back in
horizon.
the rest of the world, yeah. So I think that was really interesting that this dude's, he's a killer, but he also had morals where he was taking down bandits,
Yeah.
not just mercilessly killing people.
Yeah.
Well, it's also possible there was no sport in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
what he said. He's doing it for sport, and I think that's also cool that he had so much depth to him for a character like that. That's just
Yeah.
you meet him on a side quest and something like that, and you don't even have to meet him. You can just walk straight past him.
Yeah.
If only fighting the bandits was more entertaining.
Yeah.
exactly.
If only I actually wanted to keep fighting them so I could find out what happened to it.
That's the thing that made me grind through the bandits, honestly, because I was like, I want to see what happens at the end of this.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like the bandits could have been an easier fix. Just even like giving like one bandit a shield so you can't shoot him in the front with arrows.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, just any sort of versatility.
Any
like,
sort of
Yeah,
versatility.
it would have
Like-
been appreciated.
like, no,
I like the ones with the
Versatility,
blaze canisters on their back, but that's not helping them. That's helping
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, no, they had
It
plenty.
doesn't make it any like harder on you when they can literally explode.
They had plenty of versatility. I think there were 3 bandits in the games that had heavy guns or something. That's
Yeah.
versatility. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there was some of them had Deathbringer machine guns, and there was a few of those fire striker thingies.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, but one guy per bandit camp.
Yeah.
Actually,
Not enough.
did you ever see the ones that had like the staff that could fire arrows?
I did not.
No.
Man, it was so cool. Like,
Probably killed him too quick.
yeah, probably. I almost didn't notice it the first.
So what, they
time.
had like spears that shot arrows?
Yeah, they have like a spear or a staff or something, and when they're not swinging at you, they just like slam in the ground, like all of a sudden.
Oh, no, I did actually. No,
That's sick.
I did
Yeah.
actually see those. I was like, what are you talking about? No, but yeah, I did see that, and they'd hit you, and then they'd just stop and be like, it was cool.
Maybe they should let you use one of those in the expansions. Because
Yeah.
I would do that.
That would be pretty
What-
hype.
What an addition to the spear you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
More options for melee weapons instead of a sharpened
Yeah,
blade.
and that could be, instead of a critical strike where it's like R2 and then that, you could do R2 and then, shoot them
Yeah.
on the ground or something. It'd be cool.
Yeah, since we're talking, Tristan mentioned sequel expansion stuff. Do we want to talk about that end credit scene with Silence?
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to assume most people who are listening to this have seen this end credit scene, but if you haven't,
If you haven't, look it up. It's definitely it's a bit of a hype teaser.
but
I just
basically,
finished the game.
yeah, Hades dies, Aloy's happy, everyone's chill,
But does Hades die?
but then Hades doesn't actually die. His spirit, I guess, flies
There's-
out
yeah,
of his
there's-
core,
There's like maybe what's left of Hades a
Yeah.
little bit, just
heads over to Silence, who has like a little lantern thing.
which I think, and you think about it, maybe it wasn't Hades going to Silent. Like that's why there's so much room for.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Maybe there's something about the lantern that drew
Yeah, like
Hades to
Silence
it.
captured Hades.
I
or
loved
something.
that part of the ending
Yeah,
because it's like, what's going on? Obviously, Silence was smart enough to not let Hades try and blow up the planet again.
yeah.
But he was also smart enough not to tell Aloy everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
And
the
he-
knowledge in his
He
own
does
little
mention that a
pocket.
few times, like
Where-
I don't need to tell you everything.
just
just
like-
mutually interested parties trying
Yeah.
to not let the world
Which
die.
I didn't think too much into that while we were doing
Yeah.
it, but then you see the end and you're like, maybe this guy's not cut and dry, just here to help. Because, like you said, he was one of the founders of the Eclipse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Well, he was.
yeah, that's the thing. He found Hades. So,
yeah.
but obviously he wasn't alone when he found Hades, so
Yeah.
he couldn't just do this.
And then he
sneaky shit
realized
with
that
this.
they wanted to let Hades destroy the planet. And
So he was like,
maybe
all right.
not.
He's like, I can't take them on by myself, so I've got to take a step back and figure it out. And then Aloy shows up. That's perfect for him. Get her to take down the Eclipse. And
Yeah.
he just
reaps the rewards.
Euro steps right in and steals Hades.
Yeah, so I guess there's not a ton to talk about in terms of that scene, but more where would we want the game to go from here, like in an expansion or a sequel and stuff? Like, what would you guys want to see?
See, and this is where, if they do a sequel, it's really going to test the franchise.
Yeah.
Because the story, it can't be similar again. Like, because
Yeah.
I feel they've done what they've done. We found out about the world, how it got there. Now, see, the only thing I'm worried about would be that they're going to just try and use the other AI, like
Gaia.
how there was like Gaia and then like all the other
confronted
underlings,
the
and Hades was
AIs,
one. Maybe they're going to use a couple of those that Hades corrupts them and he'll turns them, and you've got a couple others.
Yeah.
I think
Which would be an okay idea, but it'd also get really boring if you're just taking on this AI that you can't see and you just know is a bad guy.
Yeah.
That is something like that. That's why I'm just really interested to see where they go.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Hades actually one of them? And
Yeah.
he got corrupted?
Yeah, that is what happened.
Yeah,
So Hades
so
was,
it's
and then because Hades was meant to be a fail-safe that if everything went to shit, he would
Reset
just
the whole thing.
reset the
and try
planet,
again.
bomb everything,
Yeah.
reset it. But for some reason, that he didn't wait to see if everything was good or bad. He just decided,
The
no.
impression I got
Gotta
was
bomb
that
the
the bug in the Robosaur code,
Also hit
or in
Hades.
the military robot code,
Yeah.
got to Hades.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's exactly it. And that,
Overrode
and that
it.
caused
They
it to be
sound like
like,
they get along.
Yeah. I mean, they both have similar motives.
Yeah.
and Hades is like, he's obviously helping with the corruption of machines because
Yeah.
how else would they be getting corrupted? So he obviously is, a big threat. So I
Yeah.
think they've got a lot of paths they can take, but not a lot of good paths they
Yeah.
can take. I don't think I'll ever be able to guess where they'll go with it.
Yeah.
Because obviously,
There are a lot of directions.
there are.
It is a big world they've built with a lot of different, cultures and like unresolved threads and stuff that they could explore more and stuff.
Something that I would really like to see was, say, if in the next story, rather than it being the same world or something, I mean, obviously the same world, but rather than the same map, you cross over a mountain or something, like the mountain range or something,
Yeah,
and
there are.
there's like unseen things like
Yeah.
a completely wide open land that you didn't know, and there's other tribes, there's this and that,
Yeah.
new things to explore, this and that over there, and they've got their own separate problems, and maybe Hades has left this part alone, but he's starting there to take over here or something. Like, it'd be cool, but I just don't know. Like, I want to see what happens with Silence, whether or not he somehow manages to get some OP magical power or something.
I think they'll have to address Silence in some capacity.
Oh,
yeah. They're not going to be able to just go to a different place and be like, lol, here's this other problem.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's why I'm so interested, because it's... I don't think Silence is a bad guy. I think he's just very greedy on power, and he just...
What's more knowledge, not so much power.
Knowledge.
But knowledge is power.
Oh, that is true.
But I agree. I think so. That's what I think. It's going to be... I'm not super interested in what's going to happen with the world and all that. What I'm interested in is where Silence is going to go and what this is going to cause.
Yeah.
Like, what's he going to do with this remnants of Hades?
Yeah. And they were also talking about trying to rebuild Gaia.
Yeah, so...
If he's going to do that, or if he's just going to...
Yeah, I'd be interested in a story where Silence is trying to rebuild Gaia using the knowledge in Hades, but Hades overpowers him or tricks him or something, and that's where the problem comes from or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's a few different paths they can take with something like that.
Yeah.
And it's cool. If there's a sequel out, I'll definitely get it.
Yeah.
But I'm not holding hopes for it to be a very good game, because they've hit their niche with this game. It was really good, but they're going to have to change a lot for it to be a game where you can play through it all.
I reckon they'll do a better job on a sequel.
I don't think it's going to be a worse game by far, but I think they're at a risk of it being too similar.
Yeah, okay.
Which, if you were getting tired with the combat all that by the end of it, if they don't really show some innovation, that's the word I was talking about the other day. Innovation. Then I don't see it being that great of a game, honestly. I feel like people will start to get a bit tired halfway through the story.
Okay.
But that also depends. It could be 5 years down the track where everyone's forgotten about it. It's like, oh, I remember this. This is good fun. Yeah. So it's...
What about mechanically? What would you guys want them to change up? Because for me, I think if they're going to keep
more
human
robots.
conflict in there...
More robots.
Smarter robots.
Yeah, smarter robots. Less humans, but more...
I think for me, they can either do less human combat, or they can keep that same amount, but it has to be more varied. And
I think less humans and more varied, honestly, because
I think
there was a lot of humans, like especially in the side content, there was a lot.
And it really grates, because here you are, like a master hunter, and they're idiots.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of goons. Like, I think I could be a master hunter in that world, honestly. Like, if you gave me, like, a month to practice with a bow, I'd be Aloy.
I think also it would have been cool to see more people other than just Eclipse with focuses.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Just
I think I'd be keen to see in general
backstory on like a focus.
No, just like the cultures of that world starting to incorporate old technology they find and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, it's weird. Yeah.
That would be really interesting. That would be a good take, even if it was the same world, but it's like
a little bit in the
20
future.
years or something in the future.
And everyone's like, it's sort of like a weird like medieval people with like future magic stuff.
That would be a good direction, because Silence learned from Aloy how to take over machines as well.
Yeah.
So maybe more people will learn.
What's to show that Aloy wouldn't be like, alright man, you guys all helped to stop this. I got you, fam.
Yeah.
Let's show this.
Like
the more people that know how to override these machines, the better of a chance they'll have to
There's no
survive.
reason to think that Aloy's not a hero in this world, and people wouldn't want to emulate her, like trying to get focuses, trying to, take over machines and all that sort of thing.
I think
that would be a good direction.
Another thing I'm more interested in from this point would be where the Nora tribe goes from here.
Yeah.
Because it's clearly she's debunked their entire religion.
Yeah, that would be rough.
So that's what I mean. I think it's just be really interesting to see like the path they take, because they're pretty much their homeland's been pretty much cooked.
Yeah.
And
pretty thorough.
And they found out that she was just artificially created to help them out, and there is no All Mother. It was Gaia, and it depends if she shares this with them. Like, who does Aloy share this with people, or what? But yeah, it's.
Yeah, I think
I really think this franchise could have a couple of sequels and do really well.
Yeah, well, I think just based on like seeing that as well, I think a sequel set in the future, like 20 years or something, that seems like the direction I'd want to see it go in now.
Definitely, because then there'd be more technology, and they could easily say, we've upgraded our bows to do this.
Yeah.
this, and
And also the cauldrons kept making a bunch of dinosaurs.
Yeah, because they were saying there were new, like how they were saying, like, oh, there's the sawtooths. Yeah, they were a new breed 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So what's to say that there's not going to be a new breed?
Yeah.
2 new breeds in 20
Well, they're not
years,
gonna
or
just, like-
even more because they've started
Yeah.
Hacksaw tooth.
upping it. Yeah, boy.
And you can start like retconning stuff a bit as well, where you go, oh yeah, weirdly enough, like the Striders just started coming out with like assault rifles, like they just started coming out that way. Who knows why?
Remember, no Nora.
Call of Horizon Zero Dawn. Anyone?
But yeah, I think it'll be cool. I think a future setting. I mean, it's already in the future. But
Yeah.
even further future setting would be where I'd like to see
Yeah.
the franchise go.
Alright, cool. Any final thoughts, guys?
Let's just have a quick look at some of the notes we had for the review that we said wouldn't make the cut because they were going to be
A bit too long.
talked about on this.
Yeah.
So just in case there's a couple of cool things.
Oh, in the sequel, I definitely want them to stop telling stories so much through audio logs.
Yeah, that was one of my Inessa was talking about that when we were writing up our review.
Yeah.
We were like,
Yeah.
it felt like it was cool. The story was awesome, but you take a step, you stand there for 5 minutes watching a thing, and like a hologram, and then you go to a room, there's 5 audio logs, you just stand there listening to them, or you don't get the backstory.
And you listen to
if you're
one
standing-
and move on.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're standing there for 10 minutes listening to audio logs, you can't move on because like Aloy or Silence or someone will start to talk and they just
Oh,
cross
yeah.
over each
That
other.
annoyed me.
And then it's
Yeah.
just like, what? I can't take any of this information in. And then, sure, you can go back and listen to the audio logs, but you can't go back and listen to the story.
Yeah, and that's frustrating stuff. So I'd want them to try and tell the story more. Like, I don't mind audio logs, but I would rather, like, you have one audio log in this area, and that's the one you listen to, and then tell more of that story through the characters and through the actual, like, walking around rather than optional stuff that you could miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing would be the voice acting also. I feel like
Oh, yeah.
they would probably have a bigger budget and everything next time. I really would like to see them really improve on the voice acting and the expressions of everything, because a lot of the time it felt like you were just talking to a wall or something like that, because it just didn't really show any emotion.
Yeah.
And it was really bland talking, like almost monotone robotic kind of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And it's just
Actually, I did notice that.
it's a lot hard to get really immersed into a world when you've got some real dull characters around.
Yeah, just they're not emoting at all, and they're just sort of like, I'm really sad about this, in like
Are you?
with a straight face, and it's just like, huh, interesting. Maybe they don't have emotions in the future. Maybe like this new breed of humans just like doesn't.
Could have been a flaw in the genetics.
Yeah, they just can't move their faces.
Another thing I'd like to see would be
Not enough budget for Gaia Prime.
that's it.
Or they put too much into their Botox budget. And those faces moves.
And then what? Ayla's actually Elizabeth, man. She's not a recreation. She's just really been hitting that Botox. No, but I think I would like to see an improved upgrade tree.
Yeah, that
Because-
stuff was.
Because a lot of the upgrades, I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't feel myself getting more powerful or even getting more options to play. Apart from, your 3 or 4, you get your stealth strike, you drop from below, this and that. But the other stuff, I just felt like it was there, like collect more resources. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
The overrides, that's
It's not really exciting.
I feel like they weren't bad upgrades.
Yeah,
but
they
it's
weren't
kinda
bad. They
like-
just
Yeah, they're just whatever.
It wasn't much of a choice. Like, it was either there was a clear path or it's all good. Or,
Yeah.
Also, I think climbing, they really can improve on that. Like the surroundings, we were talking. There were a lot of times I found myself not knowing what path to climb because it just blended in too well with the mountain you were climbing. The handholds.
I died 3 times trying to get those damn prayer beads.
Prayer beads,
Grana.
yeah.
And I didn't even give them to her.
Yeah, you just forgot about it.
Yeah, so I think that's something that could be worked on. These are just small little things, but if they can improve all these, then
I think this is something that they will fix with experience and with more time and stuff.
It's a completely new, not new style of game, but it's a new direction a game's ever taken.
Yeah.
So I think,
Especially for a team that made Killzone up until this point.
exactly.
Like-
It's definitely not a Killzone.
I feel like we haven't talked about that enough, but it's
how much
insane
they branched out.
the fact that this game came from the Killzone people, and Killzone's basically like knockoff Halo without any of the interesting stuff in it. Like, that's insane that they made this world, I think.
Yeah.
I think they deserve a lot of commendation for that.
They did a great job, and if you compare Horizon Zero Dawn to a lot of games that came out, then it's just...
Yeah.
it's
It's just such a massive change in direction
Yeah.
that I honestly can't believe they pulled it off.
Another thing would be crafting as well. One thing me and Asher were very adamant about when we're talking to each other, but I feel like I don't even remember if we put it in the review, but how
Yeah, I don't think I mentioned
it
it.
ruins your immersion when you've got to stop in the middle and just craft arrows and this and that.
Yeah.
When it's just like you should either be able to prepare a ton in advance and then if not, and if you run out, then it takes a lot longer to craft these arrows. You have to go hide behind a rock or something and craft a bit longer rather than a semi-stop for 5 seconds while everything's slowed down. You're like, yep, X.
I would do it as I was sprinting away from a machine just before I barrel roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh look, 25 arrows.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Oh wow!
I'm
I
gonna
just
turn
tried
around and
25
shoot
arrows
now.
while I walked in the
Mid-air,
air.
she's just like, oh yeah, light them on
Yeah,
fire.
quick. Let's get anyone. Can I borrow a lighter? Yeah, like exactly.
Yeah, I think
just
I would have liked for them to either go in the direction where making arrows is hard, and it's if you run out of arrows fighting a robosaur, it's frantic, and you're like, I have to get some cover so I can go and like replenish my stuff. Or they go the other way where they just say your stuff's on a timer. Aloy's just going to regenerate arrows over and over.
Yeah,
and then like you can just go into every combat encounter with all your stuff. And I think that would have encouraged me to be creative a bit more because I'm just like, well, I have everything at my disposal. What can I do with it?
What can I do? I just need this time. And also, I feel like the resources also they just need to have a better way to sort inventory and that sort of thing because my inventory was always so cluttered.
Yeah.
I would like to see something like a stash back in Meridian or something
That's
like
true.
that where you can just dump all these sticks, all this, and you don't have to worry about, oh, I ran out crafting all these arrows. Now I've got to go run around for 20 minutes to gather up all these other sticks because I ran out. You can just be like, okay, I'll just go back and pick up some of the sticks that I dropped off because I didn't have inventory space.
Yep.
Yeah.
And no one wants to buy the damn Ridgewood either.
Yeah.
No one buys Ridgewood. That's what they're like. You can't sell Ridgewood.
Yeah.
So you've got to like if you
That
need to
does
get rid
make
of it.
sense though.
Oh yeah, it does make
I'll
complete
give you
sense.
3 sticks for a metal shard.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Even like, that's what I mean. I understand not selling them, but then also you shouldn't have to just drop them.
Yeah.
Like, but it's again those things that will improve as they keep making games. It's their first crack at a game like this, and I think it's honestly
They got the broad strokes of it.
they did a
They were
great job.
just little things.
Yeah.
That's it. If you've only got little things people are complaining about, I think you've done a pretty good job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so. I'd say that's all we've got for today, unless you guys can think of any last bits and pieces.
No, I'm pretty content.
All right,
with how
cool.
it
Tristan,
looked.
thank you for joining us.
That's
It has
right.
been a pleasure.
It's good to be here.
It's been on our longest podcast, I think. I don't
Oh.
think we're at an hour and 11 minutes now. So
Well, it'd be close. We've had a couple over an hour, but yeah,
I think we've done a few hour ones, but I don't know if we've gone this long.
yeah.
So
I probably talk too much.
No,
Sorry about that, guys.
you've made a milestone. No, we envisioned this one as one where we just talk until
Because
we run
it
out of stuff.
is a lot to talk
Yeah.
Mm.
You can find the rest of our stuff at the-roster.net. You can contact us, send us questions, send us feedback, any of that stuff. At Roster Tweets on Twitter, roster.net on Facebook, therostermail@gmail.com. We'll answer any questions you have about this one on the Gamescast next week, but Tristan won't be there. So
Hey, if you have anything to ask Tristan, we'll pass it on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any contact stuff? Do you have Twitter or anything you want people to follow you on?
Just contact them through the normal sources.
Yeah, normal sources.
I don't know.
Comment on Facebook. We'll make sure Tristan sees
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
we'll get it to Tristan if you.
If they
contact
see
us.
it, I'll see it. It's all good.
Yeah. And if you have a ton of questions for Tristan, we'll bring him back on
Yeah.
for a Tristan question podcast.
Welcome to our Tristan cast.
Do it.
Yeah,
I'll be great.
Jake, how's the other going?
Yeah.
Jake's still here, guys.
Let's go.
Hey, thanks
If
for-
you have any questions for his thoughts about the game,
Yeah.
Let's go Horizon.
What would you give Horizon out of 12?
I'm gonna give it a 12.
A 12 out of 12?
Yeah.
okay.
Game of the year?
The game of the year that I won't play. I might play it. We don't know.
Yeah, I suppose. We never know what's going to happen. Yeah, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next week.